Where did you just go?
Oh, sorry. My mind drifted off.
What were you thinking of?
What I'm always thinking of.
Lizzie?
Lizzie.
Well, we are here to talk about her. How have you been?
Bad. Just bad.
How so?
Everything hurts. My knees hurt, and my elbows ache, and my eyes burn, and my ears won't stop ringing, and my feet are pins and needles, and I can't feel anything else. I just feel hurt. I just feel pain. You know, my whole body hurts. Every part is a dull ache except here. My lungs are on fire all the time. Every day on fire. It's the only hurt that stabs. Everything else aches, but breathing is sharp. Like a pitchfork through my sternum every time, and I don't know how to do this.
Have you seen a doctor about the chest pains?
It's not that kind of pain, not really physical. Just something there that can't move. It's stuck.
More metaphysical.
Yeah. It's like Lizzie is sitting on my chest and keeps poking at my brain.
Guardian angel on your shoulder?
Definitely something on my shoulder.
Let's loop back to what you said at the end. What do you mean that you don't know how to do this?
Keep going?
What does it look like if you don't keep going?
Peace.
From what?
I don't know.
We'll bookmark that for now. What happened that made everything hurt so acutely?
I was cleaning my room.
Finally?
Finally. Yeah. It was finally time.
It had been a while.
Since before her funeral.
I think that shows progress.
I stopped in the middle.
Why is that?
I found this.
A bracelet?
Yeah. I thought I lost it for good.
How long have you had it for?
Oh, man. Probably 10 years now?
How long had you lost it for?
I'm not sure. It was just gone one day and I never really thought about it. I mentioned it to Lizzie and she said she would make me a new one.
Did she?
By the time I realized it was gone, I realized it was gone a few months ago.
She had.
There wasn't any time for her to make another. It was the first thing she ever gave me.
Time transitions from the last scene to 10 years earlier, the first time they ever spent time together. Lizzie pulls a bag of plastic macrame supplies from a cubbyhole in the set.
So, you're probably gonna think I'm a big baby or something, but I still really like macrame. Yeah, okay, I know it's a thing for like elementary schoolers in Girl Scout camp, and I've never been to Girl Scout camp, but I've always been really good at it, and I think it's super fun. You get to make stuff. No one else made it, just you.
At least you don't still play with dolls, right?
Yeah. No, of course not.
Can I tell you a secret?
Yeah.
Sometimes I do.
Oh my God, you still play with dolls?
Not like a lot, just sometimes. Sometimes it's just fun to play pretend.
Yeah. I guess you're right. It's fun to pretend you're someone else sometimes.
Just for a little while, though.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we're finally hanging out.
Me too. English has been so much more fun with you in it.
I know. Everyone else is so annoying. I'm glad you're there to help keep me sane.
Oh, I'm gonna make you something.
Yeah? What are you gonna make me?
I think I'm gonna make you a bracelet. And then you have to make me one.
Oh, I don't know how.
I'll teach you. I'll make this one for you, and I'll teach you how to do it, and then you can make one for me.
Can we make them at the same time?
Oh, yes, absolutely. I have so much of this stuff, it's embarrassing.
Not embarrassing. It's good to have a hobby.
My mom used to make these with me when I was little.
Do you guys still make them together?
No, I haven't seen my mom in a long time.
Oh,
She moved away when I was 12.
3 years isn't that long.
Well, no, I guess not.
Sorry, we don't have to talk about that.
Thank you, but don't be sorry. You didn't know. It just makes me sad and angry, I think. It's hard to know how to feel.
I can only imagine.
That's a lot to learn from the first time you meet someone.
It wasn't really the first time we'd met.
Perhaps, but it was the first time you were meeting her in a different environment, one where both of you could be much more open and casual. You don't have the social confines of a classroom to bind you.
I guess that's true. I felt really lucky, though.
That's an interesting way to put it.
Lucky that she trusted me. Neither of us had a lot of friends for one reason or another, but we had each other. And we had each other right from the start.
Trust is really important. Feeling trusted and feeling like you can trust are two monumental parts of a good relationship, platonic or otherwise. How do you feel now?
I think that might be pretty obvious.
It can help to actually voice these things. If you've been holding on to them for months now, saying them out loud might help to alleviate some of the pressure from keeping them in.
Right. I guess I feel like she didn't trust me, and maybe our whole relationship was a lie.
That is not true, Penelope. Do not even start to think that.
How else am I supposed to think?
What I did is not your fault.
I'm not so sure that's true.
Do you think it was your fault?
Yes. I think I do. It must be. If she couldn't trust me with all of her, then it must be because I did something. I drove her away, and I drove her to do what she did.
We were making friendship bracelets. The first time we really spent time together, I was buried in mine.
I thought I had lost mine.
The scene transforms into another memory. Not too long ago, maybe a year or so. Lizzie and Penny together in Penny's home. Penny is getting ready to leave.
Did I lose my what?
Your keys. Did you lose your keys again?
Oh, maybe? I'd have to check.
Please check. I won't be back until late tonight.
I'll just stay in then. No need to go out.
I don't have any food here.
That's fine. I'm not hungry. I ate before I came.
Okay.
You should go, shouldn't you?
I've got a couple minutes. Are you sure you'll be okay? You seem a little off.
I'm fine. Really, I promise.
Liz, you've been here for days now. I'm glad to have you here, always glad, but I'm getting a little concerned.
What do you mean?
You haven't been home. You've barely been out. You haven't showered since you got here.
But do I smell?
That's not the point.
What's the point then?
I'm worried about you. You seem like...
What does it seem like?
It seems like you're slipping again.
I'm not slipping anywhere. I'm fine.
Well, you're not fine.
Well, maybe I'm not fine, but I'll be fine. I've just been tired.
This is more than tired.
Exhausted then. Better?
It's not an attack, hon. It's out of concern.
I'll find my keys and go home then, if that's what you want.
That's not what I want. I just want you to be okay.
If you've decided that I'm not okay, then I guess that's what I am.
Elizabeth, come on.
Aren't you going to be late for your work thing?
There isn't an official start time. I have to be there. It just starts at 6.
Well, then you should go so you won't be late.
I just told you I don't have to be there at a specific time.
You were getting ready to leave.
Yup, and now I'm talking to you. What is going on?
Nothing. Really, I mean it.
I'm not sure I believe you.
I'm not lying.
I didn't say you were lying. Elizabeth, you have to tell me what's going on right now. I'm not going to fight with you over this.
I don't want to talk about it.
Why is it that when something's up with me, I don't get to say that I don't want to talk about it, but if it's you, we have to let sleeping dogs lie?
It's just easier this way.
We've been together for 5 years now. We've known each other since we were 15. You don't get to pull that shit anymore. I don't care what's easier. I need to know what's going on.
Penny, I didn't
You
mean
don't
that.
get to really sad eyes me again, not this time.
I don't sad eyes you.
If I had a mirror, all you would be able to see are your big, sad eyes.
I've always had nice eyes.
I'm aware.
Take your awareness of my nice eyes, look into them, kiss me, and then go to your work thing.
We're not done with this.
If you say so.
We'll talk more when I get back.
Did you talk more when you got back?
She was asleep.
How often did that happen?
Oh, quite often. We'd known each other for so long, but she could never fully open up to me.
That must have been frustrating.
Every now and then it was. I figured the longer and the stronger I was there for her, the easier it would be for her to open up.
And how did that go?
It didn't, did it?
No, it didn't. It did not go well.
She never opened up?
Not fully.
But as much as I could. I was trying, I promise.
You've said a few times that you shouldn't be as surprised about her death as you were. Why was that?
It must have been 2 years ago. Maybe less. Definitely less. I got a phone call.
Penny?
Lizzie?
Pen, is that you?
Yeah, what's going on, hon?
I may have done a dumb thing.
What kind of dumb thing?
You know how my dad had surgery and he had all those pain pills he never took? Because pills are bad for you. They rot your brain and they'll make it so your body doesn't actually work anymore.
Yeah?
Well, I took them.
How many did you take?
A lot of them. Can you come help me? I can't seem to figure out how to walk in a straight line anymore.
Lizzie, stay where you are, okay? I'm not home, so I won't be able to come get you.
Oh, no, but I want to see you.
You will, okay? Don't worry. You will. You'll see me soon, but I need you to do something for me, Lizzie, okay?
I'd do anything for you.
Great. Awesome. Can you call 911?
911, I can do that.
Good. Good. I have to get in the car, so I'm going to hang up, okay? And then you have to call 911.
Hang up, call 911, got it.
And then call me right back, please.
Hang up, call 911, call back.
That's a great plan. Can you get that plan done?
Yes. I will hang up now.
I love you, okay? Don't forget to call me back.
I won't forget anything ever.
How bad was it?
She was only hurt the first time. I was with her in the hospital for as long as they'd let me. She was always the most stubborn person I'd ever met.
Lizzie has been making a space for herself within the set. She lays down, and Penny leaves her chair to sit next to her. Penny continues speaking for a moment while we change into the hospital.
Did you know that? Elizabeth Marie, you are the most stubborn person I know.
Penny?
I'm here. Right here. You've been asleep for a while.
What's going on? This doesn't look like my room.
It's not.
Why not? Where am I?
You're in the hospital.
I am?
You are.
What's wrong with me?
That's for you to answer, not me.
What did I do?
Thankfully, you called me, and you listened to me long enough to call 911. They had to pump your stomach.
Why?
Can you not remember, or do you not want to admit it?
I don't remember.
I'm sure the doctors will be in soon enough.
Am I going to die?
No, thank God.
Good. I don't want to.
That's why you called me.
I didn't know who else to call.
I'm sorry I couldn't get there fast enough, but I'm glad you finally listened to me.
I always listen to you.
Not make jokes right now. I'm way too on edge for that.
I wasn't trying to,
What? Die?
I just wanted to see what would happen.
Well, here's what happened.
Oh, my insides are on fire, and my head is killing me.
What were you thinking?
I don't think I was. I just needed the tornado to stop. My dad said he'd never take those pills because they'd make him slow, but that's exactly what I needed. I needed everything to slow down, to stop yelling at me, to stay put and shut up.
If you tell them that, they will admit you.
Should they?
Maybe.
I don't want to die.
Okay.
I don't.
We're going to get you better. It's all going to get better.
I'm gonna tell them.
Okay, good.
And did she get admitted?
She was in for a little over a week. Yeah. At that point, I thought I'd help. It helped.
Seemed like you did.
Not enough, though. Clearly. Nowhere near enough.
In times like this, it's hard to know what constitutes enough.
You did more than enough.
I don't know.
I think you do know. Ponder it for a minute.
Penny gets up, shaking out for a moment. Suddenly, Lizzie gets up and taps her on the shoulder. Penny sits, then lays in the same bed Lizzie used as a hospital bed. The distorted sounds of a summer night begin to creep into the space. Wind whistles through the air, calling Penny's name. Lizzie climbs out of the chair, making her way to Penny. She kisses Penny's forehead and moves away as Penny begins to wake up.
Hello? Who's there?
It's just me.
What are you doing here?
Checking up on you.
Seeing the mess you left?
You're not as messy as you think.
I've always been good at keeping it together on the outside.
And I was not.
This isn't real, is it?
No. How did you guess?
You would never admit how much of a mess you are.
My great downfall.
Maybe it was.
Penny gets up and takes a moment to look around the space. A deep breath, and back to Lizzie.
Well, if I'm dreaming, then let's see what this place can really do.
Take a moment. Look deep inside. We can do anything. Anything at all.
Anything. Really.
What do you want?
I want you back.
Well, here I am.
And a full moon with lots of stars in the sky. We can lay down and pretend everything is okay and nothing ever went wrong.
Okay.
The space transforms. Penny looks around, amazed, and then takes Lizzie's hand. They lay on the ground on their back, looking up. They lay there for a time, enjoying being in each other's space.
There you have it. Well, out with it.
I think I understand what happened. I think you were lonely and didn't know who to talk to. Why didn't you talk to me? We'd known each other for 10 years, Lizzie. 10 years. What did that mean to you? Did it mean nothing? I let you down, Lizzie, and it feels like it was my fault.
Fault? I don't know. Maybe my mother's for leaving. Maybe my father's for giving me shit genes. Probably my own for giving into it all.
But without me, maybe you would still be here.
Maybe.
I just need to know why.
I can't really give you an answer. And for that, I'm sorry.
He apologized to you.
It was just a dream.
Dreams do a lot of unbundling thoughts for us. Maybe this was your subconscious forgiving you.
I don't know why that would be the case. I still think it was my fault, at least partially my fault.
Are you sure?
Yes. I don't know, maybe.
You may not realize it, but that lack of surety is actually a good thing. It means you're headed in the right direction.
The direction of blaming the person I love?
Not necessarily, just taking the blame off of yourself. Depression is a scary thing. It sits heavily on a person and often won't let go without some sort of therapeutic intervention. Everyone around her could have been the most comforting and the most helpful people in the world, but that doesn't always help.
What she said.
How can that be the case, though?
Essentially, with depression and anxiety and any number of mental health issues, the brain is just wired differently, and you need medical help to treat it.
Then why didn't she get help? Why didn't I make her get help?
After her first attempt, you suggested that she stay in the hospital, right?
It still
That
didn't
was a
work.
really good way of helping.
Still didn't work.
Getting one's mental health under control is a long battle. Often just one thing doesn't always fix it. There has to be a long commitment to getting better, no matter what. And that doesn't always work either. If someone was constantly telling you that you don't deserve happiness, you'd start to believe it, wouldn't you?
Maybe.
You would. Everyone would.
That's what it's like when you have depression. Your brain is telling you that you don't deserve good things. And even if you try and combat it, it's hard not to give in to what your own thoughts are telling you. It's sort of like how your brain keeps telling you that you should feel responsible for Lizzie's death. Logically, I have a feeling that you don't actually think that. But it's hard to separate feelings from logic.
It was feelings that drove me, not logic. No matter how much I wanted to, I couldn't listen to logic. And I wanted to so badly.
Penny half smiles, staring off into the distance. Lizzie retreats to her hiding place. We sit for a moment before.
What's on your mind?
I don't know. Well, I don't really know how to say it.
Okay, let's see if we can figure that out. What kind of emotions are you feeling right now?
I feel different.
Different how?
I don't feel sad today.
What else don't you feel?
I definitely don't feel happy.
Okay, that's another way to narrow it down.
I'm exhausted, but not really. I feel like I'm on fire, but I'm too tired to do anything about it.
Can you tell me more about that?
I think I'm just so angry.
Who are you angry at?
Her. I'm so mad at her.
You mean Lizzie?
Yes, I do.
Well, why don't you tell her how you feel?
Then what good will it do? She's not here.
Pretend that she is. If she were sitting right there, what would you say to her?
Tell me what's on your mind.
I don't think she'd want to hear it.
I think I might need to.
You might not, but I think it would be a big help to you.
If you could get it off your chest, pull this poison out of you, you could stand up straight again. You could be my real shiny penny again.
I don't want you to hate me.
I could never hate you. Now, tell the nice lady what's on your mind.
I'm so mad. I don't know what to do, and it doesn't seem right to be mad, which then just frustrates me more because I know I shouldn't be feeling this way. And it's making me boil. It burns. Instead of just aching, the fire in my lungs has spread. I can't sit still. I can't lie down. I can't sleep. Boiling and burning with such fury and anger. I can't contain it anymore. I think I'm going to burst. And my friends, my parents, my sister, they're all coming down with me. I'll spread my fiery poison over their happiness, their content, their ability to live a normal life. And if I do explode, if everything bursts and this dam inside my body breaks down, lava spilling forth, I will never be the same again. I will never feel the same way about you, and I hate that. I hate that I have to change the way I think about you. I hate that you won't be the same person I trusted to be my friend, and then my best friend, and then my love. I don't want to hate you, Lizzie. I hate that you didn't borrow my faith in you for just a little while, just long enough to get help. You left me. You left me here alone, where it's so cold and mean, and no one wants to teach you how to make friendship bracelets and admits that they still play pretend, and I have to keep going without you because I know just how difficult it is for everyone else to keep going. I couldn't do what you did. And I don't know if that makes me a coward or if it makes me a superhero. And everyone keeps saying that I have to keep going because it's what you would have wanted. How would they know what you would have wanted? I barely knew what you wanted. I knew you were struggling. You didn't let me know you needed a safety raft. I'm not saying I could have fixed everything, but I could have helped. I needed to help, and you didn't let me.
You've been keeping that in the whole time?
I've been thinking about it a lot.
And how do you feel now?
Guilty, I guess.
Because you couldn't save her?
Because I'm mad at her.
Why shouldn't you be mad?
I'd be mad.
She must have had her reasons for it. But I don't know what they are.
I just needed it all to stop. I needed it to stop. I stepped in front of that car and it all stopped. As much as you wanted to help, you couldn't make it stop.
I don't know what her reasons were, but I am sure that she had them.
She always did like being the mysterious one. I never knew if that was because she was hiding something or she was hiding herself.
Maybe both?
Yeah, maybe. But what's the point then?
The point of what?
The point of being with someone, of being intimate with someone if you're not actually going to be intimate with them.
I was scared. Penny, I was so scared.
You didn't trust me?
Of course I trusted you. I just couldn't let you bear the weight of my world on top of yours. It was a Sisyphean task. You did not deserve that.
But even if I could have taken half the weight, or even a quarter, anything that could have helped, how could I be so blind? How could I have been so helpless?
Whose fault do you think that her death was?
Do not answer that, Penelope.
if I couldn't be there to catch her at her fall, then what even is the point of me?
The point of you. Oh, Penelope. If only I had the words. You know I've never been good with words.
I know.
Let me show you then.
The world shifts to 7 years ago, the night Lizzie and Penny officially became a couple.
What did you think of Kelsey's singing last night?
Oh, it was beautiful.
Really? You think so?
Absolutely. I've always had a thing for her. She is stunning.
I can't say I've ever been particularly convinced by her.
What do you mean?
I don't know. She just doesn't seem like a real person. You know how I'm a real person? She's not like that at all.
Maybe she's not. Maybe she's an angel.
An angel. Barf.
Oh, stop. Be nice.
You've got it bad, huh?
I don't know if I would say that, but I don't have it good.
Penelope, I thought you had better taste than that.
What is that supposed to mean?
Okay, I mean, sure. Kelsey is pretty and has a
Beautiful.
fine voice. But she's not anything more. She doesn't have substance. She doesn't know you well enough. She doesn't care so deeply about you that it keeps her up at night. She doesn't paint the stars with copper just so they'll shine like your name.
What on earth are you talking about? I thought we were just talking about a harmless crush.
Well, I'm not. I'm talking about the future. A future as bright as a brand new coin. A brand new shiny penny.
I'm not sure what you mean.
I think you just might.
Elizabeth, stop being ridiculous and just tell me what you mean.
I can't tell all of it because you'll hate me.
I highly doubt that.
You don't know what the future holds.
Neither do you. Now tell me what you mean.
Fine, just close your eyes.
Penny puts her hands over her eyes. The world around glows.
When we met all those years ago in high school, I knew we were supposed to be in each other's lives. I was an empty coin slot, and you were my bright, shiny penny. You've made me whole in ways I didn't know were possible. There's always been a few dark places in the corner of my heart. One for my mother, one for my dad, and one for me. They ebb and flow like the tides, sometimes closer, sometimes further away, but always further away when I'm with you. You shine your light on me.
Can I open my eyes now?
Not yet! I'm almost done. I want to be yours, Penny, and I want you to be mine.
Why didn't you say so before?
What do you mean before? Before what?
Before now. You have the strangest timing.
I've never been good with time. You know that.
Well, I sure do.
Okay. But either way, what do you say?
I've been waiting for forever for you to say those words to me.
I didn't think you would say that.
Why not?
It's me. I don't know. I'm not special. I don't deserve you.
Silly pants, what are you talking about?
Why didn't you tell me?
It had to be your idea. You never would have agreed if I said something first.
I didn't think it was a possibility. I absolutely would have agreed.
No, you wouldn't. So I waited. I waited for you to come to your senses.
Did it take me very long?
Thankfully, not as long as I expected. You do have to climb down out of that noggin of yours every now and then, see what's going on in the world.
Maybe I should do that more often.
I think it might be good for you.
Is that actually how the conversation went?
It absolutely did not.
I mean, that's how I remember it.
I have never been that eloquent, and I don't speak with flourishes.
Love is often remembered poetically, whether the actual event was or not.
I guess so.
Clearly, this is one of the moments she wasn't slipping.
She really seemed okay.
You can be both happy and also depressed.
I don't know how that makes sense.
Being depressed isn't being sad. If only it were that easy.
Depression mutes all emotions. You don't feel happy, you don't feel sad, you just don't feel much at all.
Think about it like this. You're swimming in a lake. It's a clear, warm lake, and you're just swimming along happily. And then it starts to get colder. But it's okay. Your toes are just getting a little numb, so you just have to swim a little faster. Then it turns out that you have ankle weights on, which would be okay if it wasn't so cold. But you can still tread water fast enough to keep your head up. Then, poof, wrist weights appear, and keeping up is getting harder. You're doing everything you can, but it's just not working. And then someone straps a weight around your waist, and then you're done for.
What about a life vest?
Sure, that would work, but only if you get it before you're too tired and before the weight around your waist starts pulling you down. My dad didn't believe in life vests. My dad didn't believe in them, so I didn't either. Everyone else in our family had made it out fine, so I would. Eventually, I'd make it out fine.
This is fine?
I never said I was right.
You've mentioned before that she had trouble with her family. How do you think that impacted her life?
I know she was afraid that everyone was going to leave her at the drop of a hat.
How did you know that?
When she was slipping, she'd spiral.
That the tornado would come through, whipping up my thoughts like dust into funnel clouds that ground out at every crevice of my brain. She left me, so why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't everybody? My own mother left me, poofed into little specks of oblivion. Mothers aren't supposed to do that. They're supposed to stay. They're biologically programmed to stay. So it must have been me. There must have been something so horribly wrong with me that it upended her biological design, a tiny monster there in her arms. She kept me at arm's length for as long as I could manage, and then dropped me like I deserved from the beginning. If my mother could leave me, and my father could hate me for her leaving, then why wouldn't you? Once you learned how repulsive I was in my core, you'd go too. You'd run right out the front door as quickly as you possibly could.
That sounds like textbook disordered thinking.
It just didn't make any sense. I'd been by her side for more than half our lives. I figured that would be proof enough.
Could you have stopped my mother from leaving me? Could you have stopped my father from hating me? I don't think you're that special.
Another dream. Penny and Lizzie in a slow dance, holding on to one another for safekeeping. A whirling, mournful music embraces them. A moment of this.
I had nothing to do with this, did I?
No. No, you didn't.
That's a hard thing to reconcile with.
I know.
Can't we just go back?
We can do anything here. Where do you want to go back to?
April 14th, 3 years ago. You know, our day.
What's so special about 3 years ago?
It was before everything. Before we got so confused and lost.
You mean when I was happy, more or less?
Yes. When we were who we were supposed to be forever.
Okay. Let's go.
I pick you up early in the morning.
But too early.
You think any time before noon is too early. I don't want to hear it.
Fine, fine.
It's 6:30 in the morning. The sun is just cresting the curvature of the earth.
Am I being kidnapped? Where are we going? Penny, I'm cold.
It's a surprise. Grab a blanket from the back seat.
Is it okay if I fall asleep?
You were the cutest thing when you sleep. The morning sun's making your hair twinkle and giving you an angelic glow.
Sounds like foreshadowing.
I can't believe I'm going to pull it off. You know, you're the hardest person to surprise. You're so dang nosy that you know everything already.
I know. That's why I was so impressed. I mean, I'm always impressed with you, but this was another level. Plus, the fact that you could keep it secret was amazing. You're so bad with secrets, especially ones involving me.
It's hard not to tell someone something that you know is going to make them happy. I always loved making you happy.
You made me so happy, Penny. Especially that day. After how long? Maybe 4 hours we finally showed up?
It was a longer ride than expected. You snoring over in the passenger seat isn't helping either.
I am not a morning person. Even when I was a kid, I was never the one who woke up my parents at 4 a.m.
I'm sure they were grateful for that.
But when I finally woke up...
You mean when I finally woke you up?
Either way.
The place opens up to a serene, unadulterated place, full of magic and joy.
Oh my god. Penny, it's stunning.
So are you.
This perfect turquoise blue lake in front of us with the most magnificent deep green trees and nothing else. There is nothing else. Nothing else but you and me and paradise. I've always wanted something like this.
I think the state park signs might give it away eventually.
Don't ruin the moment. We're here alone. No one else. For all we know, we are the first people who ever set foot in this place. The most beautiful place I've ever seen. And I get to share it with you. The most beautiful person I'd ever known. You're right.
Excuse me? Please, say that again and louder so everyone can hear.
Stop it! I'm trying to say something sappy here.
I'm not stopping you.
You were right. You were right!
Thank you. Now continue.
That is the day we are exactly who we are supposed to be.
A long moment. Back to Earth.
Will you ever forgive me?
It's going to take a while.
I know.
And I don't know what length of a while either.
Yeah,
And I can't make any promises.
I shouldn't expect you to. I didn't keep my biggest one.
Penny can't find the words to respond. Lights up on therapist in her seat. Penny makes her way over to her seat. Lizzie stays put, looking over at them.
You think you will forgive her?
I mean, Dream Penny did, so I think that might be a good sign.
I would be inclined to agree with you.
I guess it's just been hard to fathom a world where first, I'm not with her, and second, I'm not mad at her for leaving me.
What kind of world would it be if both of those were true?
I'm not sure. Maybe peaceful, maybe hopeful, sad, very, very sad, but not without possibility.
It's more than okay to feel sad about this, Penny.
Everyone keeps telling me to move on, to get over it.
Of course you're not going to get there so quickly. And even if you did, it's still okay to feel sad. A huge part of your life has been taken from you, and without any doing on your part.
I know.
So, how do you feel today?
I've never been without Lizzie for this long. I don't know how to be without her. It's weird now. Weird being without your person. I thought I could keep her safe and sound and whole. I thought it was my job to save her, but I think that's a lot for one person. How could I help her if she couldn't help herself? I'm not a doctor. I'm not a therapist. I'm just one person trying to figure life out. I love her, and she died. I love her, and she killed herself. I love her, and she killed herself. I love her, and she killed herself, and now everything is different.
What are you going to do now that everything is different?
Figure it out, I guess. Figure out how to be just Penny.